Get ready for the biggest music news hitting your feed right now. The Association of Music Offices has officially launched its own trade body at the Music Biz Conference in Atlanta. This powerful new organization is bringing together state-level music offices, entertainment commissions, and export bodies from across the United States, with the Recording Academy already joining as an industry affiliate. We dive deep into what the Association of Music Offices plans to do to help its members measure their impact, build community engagement models for diverse and inclusive music ecosystems, and create essential toolkits and funding mechanisms. This is a game changer for the entire U.S. music landscape.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we're talking about the persistent spark of hope in the music industry. Far Out magazine introduces us to Truman Sinclair, an artist who is refusing to be jaded by the burnout culture. We explore how Sinclair is finding renewed excitement, even after navigating the pressures of major label deals, and what his journey tells us about maintaining a genuine connection to art. Find out how this 24-year-old is channeling his passion into making music on a scale he never imagined. Now, let's talk about the seismic shift happening in how we measure success in music. Billboard is facing an existential emergency with the inclusion of AI music on its charts. We examine the logistical nightmare this presents for the institution and why Billboard must use its discernment to keep artificial creations out of its hallowed rankings. Discover the debate over whether AI music should compete against human artists and what the future of chart measurement truly looks like. And finally, get ready for an international sensation. Music star Gustoriano is set to drop his highly anticipated single, Ronaldinho, on June 6, 2026. This track is inspired by the legendary Brazilian football icon, and Gustoriano is positioning himself as a redefining voice in diaspora African music. Find out how this Spanish-Nigerian artist is channeling the flair and creativity of Ronaldinho into his sound, and why this release could signal a massive breakthrough for the Barcelona-based talent. Don't miss out, subscribe now, and join us every Friday for your dose of vital news and insider tips. U.S. music offices and organizations have established their own trade body, Music Ally, marking a significant step in formalizing the role of music cities and regions within the broader U.S. music industry ecosystem. The Association of Music Offices, AMO, officially launched this week at the Music Biz Conference in Atlanta. This new association unites state-level music offices, entertainment commissions, and export bodies from across the United States, with the Recording Academy joining as an industry affiliate from the outset. The primary objectives of the AMO are focused on enhancing the capabilities of its members. These include helping organizations measure their impact, developing community engagement models specifically designed for diverse and inclusive music ecosystems, and creating a comprehensive library of toolkits, funding mechanisms, and programs. Furthermore, the organization plans to actively foster industry dialogue by organizing forums, policy roundtables, and working groups as it commences operations. An artist named Truman Sinclair is reigniting excitement within the music industry, offering a counterpoint to the pervasive jadedness often found in the field. The report, based on an interview with Far Out magazine, explores the disillusionment many artists experience, stemming from high dropout rates, burnout from industry expectations, and stale media conversations. However, Sinclair represents a vital spark of hope, demonstrating that a pure core of artistic passion remains. Currently touring Europe supporting Tyler Ballgame, the 24-year-old Sinclair is eager to return to a more raw, rock-and-roll experience, rejecting the polished facade often associated with major label promotion. He expressed a desire to embrace the grit of a traditional tour, opting against offers for easy, catered experiences, instead prioritizing the experience of playing live. Regarding his recent EP, Rivers of Blood and Sugar, Sinclair admitted that the release marked the end of a period of playing the necessary game, involving self-releasing. He acknowledged the hard work involved in securing a major label deal, framing it as a job interview focused on opening doors rather than just a cosign. His primary excitement lies in the creative freedom, the ability to record in a professional studio and realize his vision on a larger scale. He emphasized that genuine connection in music requires vulnerability, stating that creating work without putting a piece of oneself into it results in a lack of authenticity. Sinclair's ambition is palpable, with him declaring his master plan to release a proper record on Capitol Records and become part of rock and roll history. He views live performance as a service mindset, believing that by celebrating shared experiences with an audience, he connects with others who feel similarly. He firmly rejects industry efforts to sanitize or package genuine experiences, insisting that the connection with fans must be rooted in reality. Beyond his current projects, Sinclair maintains a DIY spirit, exploring various aliases across genres. Despite his major achievements, he remains grounded, suggesting that the ultimate goal is simply to make music, whether in a studio or a bar, provided he is facilitating a shared experience. His infectious energy and unwavering belief in the power of authentic art suggest that Sinclair is dedicated to keeping the creative spark alive within the industry. Billboard is facing an existential challenge as artificial intelligence generates music, prompting a critical reevaluation of its long-standing policies regarding charting human artists. The issue is no longer theoretical. AI performers have already appeared on Billboard charts, including country music's Breaking Rust and R&B's Zania Monet, signaling a shift that demands immediate attention from the music industry's gatekeepers. Industry observers note that while AI startups like Suno envision a future where billions can be creative, the inclusion of AI-generated music on official charts raises significant logistical and philosophical questions. Billboard, which has spent over a century meticulously defining its charts, must now apply the same discernment to exclude AI creations to preserve the integrity of its rankings. The commentary suggests that past exclusions often stemmed from technical designations or outdated metrics, such as the shift in measuring YouTube dominance versus album sales. Furthermore, the history of Billboard's decisions reveals a pattern of institutional choices that shape mainstream stardom and genre definitions, exemplified by the contentious removal of Lil Nas X's Old Town Road from the Hot Country Songs chart. Beyond genre classification, Billboard's past actions demonstrate a focus on controlling sales figures, evidenced by the ban on special merch bundles to combat inflated sales. Now, the industry is confronting a new form of artificial inflation: fake artists. The author argues that the Billboard charts are fundamentally a competition between human beings, and allowing AI to compete directly against human talent fundamentally alters this dynamic. If Billboard intends to maintain its status as a competition, it must confront AI music directly. Potential solutions discussed include establishing a separate chart specifically for AI creations. However, the piece concludes that if Billboard has any reservations about excluding AI from its core rankings, it should proceed with that decision, reaffirming a long-standing stance against unchecked technological disruption in its established metrics. Fast-rising Spanish-Nigerian music artist Gustoriano is generating significant anticipation for the release of his forthcoming single, Ronaldinho, scheduled for June 6, 2026. The track is reportedly inspired by the legendary Brazilian football icon, channeling Ronaldinho's trademark creativity, confidence, flair, and unpredictability. Born Ellis John in Delta State, Nigeria, Gustoriano is establishing himself as a key voice in redefining diaspora African music, distinguishing himself through an independent mindset and a rejection of mainstream commercial trends. The artist noted that his entry into music was organic, stating, "I never planned music, I just found myself doing it." While deeply rooted in his Nigerian heritage, Gustoriano has spent much of his life in Barcelona, a city known for its multicultural and creative environment. His upbringing instilled discipline and strong personal values that have shaped his career trajectory. By the age of 21, he was already living independently, a period that fostered significant maturity and a self-reliant approach to business. A pivotal shift in his career came when Gustoriano realized he could self-finance his musical ambitions, moving away from reliance on record labels or external sponsorships. When I started making my own money, I understood I could invest in myself, pay for what I needed, and really take my music seriously, he explained. This self-funded strategy is becoming a hallmark of his brand, aligning with a growing trend among African creatives in the diaspora who are building global careers outside conventional entertainment frameworks. Despite the increasing attention, Gustoriano maintains a reserved stance toward industry competition, preferring his music to convey his message. I don't really like speaking on being better or more unique than other artists. The music should speak for itself, he added. Music analysts suggest that Gustoriano's unique blend of African roots, European influence, authenticity, and creative autonomy positions him as a fresh voice to watch in the evolving global Afrobeats and alternative music scenes. With Ronaldinho already sparking curiosity, many observers believe the June 6 release date could mark a significant breakthrough for the Barcelona-based talent.